Hi guys, good day, it's me, Teacher MJ. Our topic for today class is all about addition and subtraction of rational algebra expressions. And we're dealing with different denominators. So without further ado, let's do this topic. So this is already part 2 of our video class, the part 1 of our video. We actually answered this one class, addition and subtraction of rational algebra expressions. And we're dealing with the same denominators. If you want to learn more with regards to the part 1 class, I will just put the link on the description down below. We do have many examples class. We have 5 examples for addition and another 5 examples for subtraction. So feel free to see the video class. Alright, so in today's video class, I will give you 6 examples for you to really understand this one class, and then we'll be answering this one class step by step. This will be quite complicated class for different denominators, but once again class, do not be worried because we will be explaining this one step by step. Alright, so let me just erase number 4, number 5, and then number 6 because we need to explain this one class step by step. Since we don't have enough space class, let me just erase number 4, number 5, and then number 6. Alright, so let's start with example number 1. So our given, we have 3x over 2 plus 4y over 5. Now question test, can we add the rational expressions directly? Nope, we can never add this one directly class because they don't have the same denominator. 2 is very different to 5, so therefore we cannot add this one directly. Very different class if they have the same denominators. If they have the same denominators, you can just simply add that one. But if they don't have the same denominator class, you need to find the LCD. Now let's recall class addition of fractions if they don't have the same denominator. If I will say 1/2 plus 3 over 5, how will you add this one class? Once again class, you can never add this one class. You can never add numerators directly. 1 plus 3 is 4, and then 2 plus 5, that would be 7. Nope. You will commit mistake class. Once again class, you can never add the fractions directly if they don't have the same denominator. You need to find the LCD, the least common denominator. Now the thing that you need to do class, you think of a number in which that number is divisible by 2 and divisible by 5. Once again class, you think of a number in which that number can be divided by 2, that number can be divided by 5. Once again class, the least number in which that number can be divided by 2, that number can be divided by 5. What's the answer class? That's correct, it should be 10, right? Because 10 is divisible by 2, 10 is divisible by 5. We can divide 10 by 2. Once again, 10 divided by 2, that would be equal to 5. We can also divide 10 by 5. 10 divided by 5, that would be equal to 2. So therefore class, the LCD of 2 and 5, that is 10. Because 10 is divisible by 2, 10 is divisible by 5. We can divide 10 by 2, we can also divide 10 by 5. So therefore, the LCD of 2 and 5, that would be equal to 10. Once again class, I hope it's clear for you class in finding the LCD. Let's have another example class. If I will say 1 over 3 plus 2 over 6. What would be the LCD class of 3 and 6? That's correct. That would be 6, right? Is it 3? Nope, it's not 3 class. Once again class, we can have 12. Can we divide 12 by 3? Yup, we can divide 12 by 3. How about 12 by 6? Can we divide 12 by 6? Yup, we can divide 12 by 6. But once again class, we need to find the least common denominator. How about if we choose 6? Once again class, you can never choose 3. We can divide 3 by 3, but we cannot divide 3 by 6. Therefore, 3 is not the LCD. That number class is divisible by 3. That number is divisible by 6. That number can be divided by 3, can be divided by 6. Of course, that would be 6, right? Because we can divide 6 by 3. We can divide 6 by 6. So therefore, the LCD of 3 and 6, that would be 6. I hope it's clear for you class with regards to finding the LCD. That number class is divisible by 2 and 5, that would be 10. That number is divisible by 3 and 6, that would be 6. Alright, now once you find the LCD, very easy class, just simply divide this one. Okay, simply divide 10 divided by 2. Once again class, 10 divided by 2, that would be 5. And then simply multiply your answer by the numerator. So 10 divided by 2, so divide, and then simply multiply. So 10 divided by 2, that would be 5. Times 1, that would be 5. So we can write 1 times 5, that's okay. 10 divided by 2, that's 5 times 1. So 1 times 5 or 5 times 1, that would be equal to 5. Or we can just write 5 directly, that's okay. Okay, once again class, 10 divided by 2, that's 5 times 1, that would be 5. copy plus sign, and then 10 divided by 5, that would be 2, times 3, that would be 6. And then simply add that one, 5 plus 6, that would be 11. Simply copy the denominator, 10. That's it, class. So therefore, 1/2 plus 3 over 5, the answer is 11 over 10. Once again, class, 10 divided by 2, that's 5 times 1, that would be 5. Copy plus sign, 10 divided by 5, that's 2. Times 3, that would be equal to 6. Okay, I hope it's clear for you, class. That's why we have 11 over 10. 5 plus 6 is 11. Simply copy the denominator, 10. Alright, so let's have example number 1, class. Okay, example number 1. Let's do it step by step. 3x over 2 plus 4y over 5. Once again, class, they don't have the same denominator. You need to find the LCD. And the LCD of 2 and 5, that would be equal to 10. So we answered it a while ago. Why is it 10? Because we can divide 10 by 2. We can divide 10 by 5. 10 is divisible by 2. 10 is divisible by 5. We can divide this 10 by 2 and 5. That's why we choose 10. Alright, and then simply divide 10 divided by 2. So 10 divided by 2, that would be equal to 5. Once again, just simply divide this one. 10 divided by 2, divide. So that would be equal to 5. So 5, and then multiply the numerator, 5 times 3x. Simply copy plus sign. Okay, once again, class, I hope it's clear for you, class. 10 divided by 2, that would be equal to 5. Simply multiply the numerator, 3x. Copy plus sign. And then 10 divided by 5, that would be 2. And then simply multiply by 4y. Alright, so once again, 10 divided by 2, that's 5. And then multiply the numerator, 5 times 3x. So this is multiply. So that's why we have 5 times 3x. And then copy plus sign. 10 divided by 5, that's 2. And then simply copy the numerator, multiply the numerator. So 10 divided by 5 is 2 times 4y. That would be 8y. So we can do this one, class, for you not to be confused. Divide and then multiply the numerator. Divide 2 and then multiply the numerator. So if you can answer it right away, class, that's okay. But let me just explain this one, class, step by step. So 10 divided by 2, that's 5 times 3x. So 5 times 3x, this will be 15x. And then copy plus sign. And then 2 times 4y. What's the answer, class? That's correct. That would be 8y over 10. Alright, so can we simplify with regards to the numerator? Can we factor out 15 and 8? Nope. There's no common factor. That's only 1. So we cannot factor this out. For the variable x and y, different letters, so we cannot factor this out. So therefore, class, this will be our final answer, class, with regards to example number 1. Easy as that, class. That's it, class. That's the answer, class, with regards to example number 1. All set. That's the answer, class, with regards to example number 1. Alright, so let's proceed now to example number 2. Alright, so example number 2. So our given, we have x squared over 3 minus 5 over 6x. Alright, so different denominators. So for the number 3 and 6, what will be the LCD of 3 and 6? That's correct. That would be 6. Why is that, sir? Because we can divide 6 by 3. We can also divide 6 by 6. Once again, class, never choose 3, class. 3 is not the LCD of 3 and 6. Why is that, sir? If you choose 3, class, we can divide 3 by 3. But we can never divide 3 by 6. Once again, class, 3 divided by 6. You will get a decimal answer. You're not allowed, class, to have a decimal answer. Once again, class, you can never choose 3. We can divide 3 by 3, but we cannot divide 3 by 6. We can never divide, class, 3 by 6. You will get a decimal answer. You're not allowed, class, to have a decimal answer with regards to rational algebra expressions. So therefore, class, our LCD, it should be 6. So 6, now since we have x, simply copy x. So therefore, our LCD, that would be 6x. Once again, class, our LCD, that would be 6x because we have x. We can divide 6x by 3. 6x divided by 3, that would be 2x. We can also divide 6x by 6x. 6x divided by 6x, that would be equal to 1. So 6 divided by 6 is 1, simply cancel x. Same letter. And then same exponent, simply cancel x. So therefore, our LCD, that would be 6x. Alright, and then simply divide this one. So divide and then multiply. So 6x divided by 3, that would be 2x. We answered that a while ago. 6x divided by 3. 6 divided by 3 is 2. Simply copy x. So this will be 2x. And then multiply the numerator times x squared. Alright, and then copy minus sign. And then 6x divided by 6x, that would be equal to 1. So 6x divided by 6x. 6 divided by 6 is 1. Cancel x, same letter, and then same exponent for the letter. Simply cancel x. So this will be 1 times the numerator times 5 over 6x. So this is 6x for our LCD. Alright, so once again, our LCD, that would be 6x. So this is 6x. Alright, so we don't have enough space, class. Once again, class, 6x divided by 3, that would be 2x. And then 2x times the numerator, x squared. Copy minus sign. And then 6x divided by 6x, that would be 1. And then times the numerator, times 5. So this will be 2x times x squared. So 2x times x squared. So understood that there's 1 here. So this will be 2 times 1 is 2. X times x squared, that would be x cubed. Okay, once again, class, if you're multiplying literal coefficients, simply copy the base, copy x, and then add the exponent. 1 plus 2, that would be equal to 3. So this will be 2x cubed. Alright, and then this one. So once again, denominator is 6x. And then 1 times 5, that would be equal to 5. So copy minus sign, and then 1 times 5, that would be equal to 5. Alright, so can we factor this out? For 2 and 5 for the number? Nope, we can never factor that out. So therefore, class, this will be our final answer with regards to example number 2. So once again, class, we can never factor out the letter for the numerator because this 5 doesn't contain any letter. Now, for the number 2 and 5, the common factor, it's only 1. So therefore, we can never factor this out. So this will be our final answer, class, with regards to example number 2. All set. Alright, so let's proceed now to example number 3. Alright, so let's proceed now to example number 3. So our given, we have 3 over 3x squared, y raised to the power of 4, plus 2 over 4x cubed, and then y. Alright, so once again, class, for the numbers, once again, they don't have the same denominator, so therefore, we need to find the LCD. So for 3 and 4, class, what will be the LCD, class, of 3 and 4? That number is divisible by 3 and 4. That's correct. It should be 12, right? That's correct. It should be 12. Can we divide 12 by 3? Yup. 12 divided by 3, that would be equal to 4. Can we divide 12 by 4? Yup. 12 divided by 4, that would be equal to 3. So therefore, the LCD of 3 and 4, that would be equal to 12. Alright, and then for the variable, class, select the variable with the highest exponent. Once again, class, select the variable with the highest exponent. That's the thing there, class. Okay, once again, class, that's the thing there, class, with regards to the denominators. If they don't have the same denominator, now you have this literal coefficients. So select the variable, class, with the highest exponent. That would be your LCD. So this is x squared, this is x cubed, so therefore we will be selecting x cubed. So select x cubed, this is y raised to the power of 4, this is y raised to the power of 1. So therefore, we will be selecting y raised to the power of 4. Select the variable with the highest degree, with the highest exponent. So therefore, this will be y raised to the power of 4. So this will be our LCD. Alright, and the next step, let's simply divide. So simply divide this one. So this will be 12x cubed y raised to the power of 4. Divide. Okay, divide this one, 3x squared y raised to the power of 4. Alright, so this will be 12x cubed y raised to the power of 4. Divide 3x squared y raised to the power of 4. Alright, so 12 divided by 3, that would be 4. And then x cubed divided by x squared. So once again, class, if you're dividing literal coefficients, simply copy the base, copy x, subtract the exponent, 3 minus 2, that would be equal to 1. So x raised to the power of 1, or we can just erase 1, understood that there's 1 here. And then same letter, same exponent, we can just simply cancel this out. So cancel this out. So therefore, our answer, that would be 4x. So 12x cubed y raised to the power of 4 divided by 3x squared y raised to the power of 4. The answer is 4x. Alright, so 4x, and then multiply the numerator times 3. Copy plus sign. So once again, class, I hope it's clear for you, class. Once again, 12x cubed y raised to the power of 4 divide 3x squared y raised to the power of 4. The answer is 4x. 4x, and then multiply the numerator, 4x times 3. Alright, and then this one, do it step by step. 12x cubed y raised to the power of 4 divide 4x cubed y. So 12 divided by 4 is 3. And then x cubed divided by x cubed, we can just simply cancel this out. Same letter and then same exponent, simply cancel this out. And then same letter, y, subtract the exponent, 4 minus 1, that would be 3. So once again, class, copy the base, copy y, subtract the exponent, 4 minus 1, that would be equal to 3. I hope you still remember, class, with regards to the quotient rule. Same base, copy the base, subtract the exponent, 4 minus 1, that would be equal to 3. So therefore, this will be 3y cubed. So 3y cubed multiplied by 2. Alright, so once again, 12x cubed, y raised to the power of 4, divide 4x cubed y. So the answer is 3y cubed. Alright, and then almost done. Simply multiply this one. So 4x times 3, that would be 12x. And then this one, plus, copy plus sign, 3 times 2, that would be 6. Copy y cubed. So 6y cubed over, alright, and then this one, copy, 12x cubed, y raised to the power of 4. So once again, class, copy the denominator. So 4x times 3, that would be 12x. 3y cubed times 2, that would be 6y cubed. Is this our final answer? Nope, this is not yet our final answer. Why is that, sir? Because we can factor out 12 and 6. Once again, class, we can factor out 12 and 6. Do not divide x and x cubed, class. Once again, class, never divide this one because you have plus sign. Once again, class, you can never divide this one directly because you have this plus sign. So therefore, we can only factor out the numerator, 12 and then 6. So what would be the greatest common factor? The greatest common factor, class, of 12 and 6. That's correct. It should be 6, right? Once again, class, the greatest common factor, GCF of 12 and 6, that would be 6. Alright, so the greatest common factor, that would be 6. Now, for the variable, class, we cannot factor out the variable because these are very different letters. This is x, this is y. So therefore, we cannot factor out the letters. So we can only factor out with regards to the number 12 and 6. And the GCF of 12 and 6, that would be equal to 6. And then simply divide this one, 12x divided by 6. Once again, class, 12x divided by 6. 12 divided by 6 is 2. Simply copy x, so that would be 2x. And then this one, 6y cubed divided by 6. 6y cubed divided by 6. Alright, so 6 divided by 6 is 1. And then simply copy y cubed. So this will be positive y cubed. Alright, and then close parentheses over 12x cubed y raised to the power of 4. Once again, class, I hope you're not confused, class. You can always double check your answer, class, if you factor it out correctly by distributive property. Once again, class, you can always check your answer, class, by distributive property. You multiply this one, 6 times 2x, can we get 12x? Yup, we can get 12x. And then 6 times y cubed, can we get 6y cubed? Yup, we can get 6y cubed. So therefore, you factor it out correctly. Alright, now question, is this our final answer? Nope, this is not yet our final answer. Why is that, sir? Because we can reduce 6 and 12. Once again, class, we can reduce 6 and 12. The greatest common factor of 6 and 12, that would be 6. Once again, class, the GCF of 6 and 12, that would be equal to 6. We cannot divide 6 by 12. 6 divided by 12, you will get a decimal answer. Because this 12 is greater than 6. 6 divided by 12, you will get a decimal answer. That would be 0.5. Okay, once again, class, 6 divided by 12, that would be 0.5. You're not allowed, class, to have a decimal answer. Now, next question. Can we reduce 6 and 12? Yup, we can reduce 6 and 12. We can divide 6 by 6. We can also divide 12 by 6, right? The greatest common factor of 6 and 12, that would be 6. So 6 divided by 6 is 1. 12 divided by 6, that would be equal to 2. So we can reduce this one. 6 divided by 6, that would be equal to 1. 12 divided by 6, that would be equal to 2. So this will be 1/2. Alright, and then our final answer. So 1 times this expression. So simply copy this expression. So that would be 2x plus y cubed. Okay, once again, 1 times this expression. Simply copy this expression. 2x plus y cubed over, so this 12 becomes 2. So copy 2. And then x cubed copy y raised to the power 4. That's it, class. That's the answer, class, with regards to example number 3. Once again, class, never divide 2 and then 2. Never divide y cubed and then y raised to the power 4 because you have a plus sign. This is binomial, class. Once again, class, you have a plus sign. Never divide y cubed by 4, 2 by 2 because you have a plus sign. This is monomial, this is binomial. Now, you'll be asking question, sir, why you divide 6 and 12 by 6? Why do you reduce this one, sir? 6 and 12, why you divide this one, sir? We can divide this one, class, because we factor out 12x and 6y by 6. Now, 6 is outside the expression. 6 is monomial. Once again, class, 6 is monomial. 6 is outside the expression. That's why, class, we can reduce 6 and 12. Because 6 is just alone. 6 is just monomial. One term alone. And 6 is outside this expression. So, therefore, we can divide. We can reduce 6 and 12. Now, in this scenario, class, we cannot factor out 2x and then y. Okay, once again, class, understood that there's 1 here. The greatest common factor of 2 and 1, that's only 1. So, therefore, we cannot factor out the number. Now, for x and y, we cannot factor this out. Different letters, we can never factor this out. So, that's why you can never divide this one because this is binomial, this is monomial, and you have a plus sign. So, therefore, this will be our final answer, class, with regards to example number 3. So, if you can factor this out, example, you can factor this out. This is 4. You can factor this out by 2. We can divide 2 and then 2. Once again, class, just an example, because if this is 2x plus 4y, we can factor this out by 2. So, you can divide 2 and 2. But once again, this is just 1. We can never factor this out. So, therefore, this will be our final answer. Okay, you can never factor out 2 and then 1. The greatest common factor, that's only 1. So, never divide this one, class. Just think it that way, class. Never divide this one because you have a plus sign. Alright, so this will be our final answer, class, with regards to example number 3. So, there will be 2x plus y cubed over 2x cubed y raised to the power 4. So, let's proceed now to example number 4. Alright, so let's proceed now to example number 4. So, our given, we have 2a over 5b squared plus 3b over 4a. Alright, so find the LCD of 5 and 4. That's correct. That would be 20, right? 20 is divisible by 5 and 4. We can divide 20 by 5. We can also divide 20 by 4. Once again, class, the LCD of 5 and 4, that would be 20, right? Because 20 is divisible by 5, 20 is divisible by 4. We can divide 20 by 5, we can also divide 20 by 4. Alright, and then for the variables, so we have b squared and then a. So therefore, simply copy a and then b squared. So once again, simply copy a and then copy b squared. Alright, and then simply divide this one, 20 a b squared, divide 5b squared. So once again, simply divide. So divide this one. So divide this one. So divide. So 20 divided by 5 is 4. And then simply copy a. And then b squared divided by b squared. So same letter. And then same exponent. Simply cancel this out. So therefore, there would be 4a. And then multiply the numerator times 2a. Alright, so once again, 20a b squared divided by 5b squared. The answer is 4a. Copy 4a. And then multiply the numerator. So 4a times 2a. Copy plus sign. Alright, and then this one, 20a b squared divide 4a. So 20 divided by 4, that's 5. And then same letter a. And then same exponent, there will be 1. Cancel this out. And then copy b squared. So this will be 5b squared times 3b. So we don't have enough space, class. So let me just write it again. We don't have enough space. So our LCD, that would be 20a and then b squared. And then 20 divided by 5 is 4. And then copy a. Okay, once again, that's 20a b squared divide 5b squared. So 20 divided by 5 is 4. Cancel b squared. So that would be 4a. Copy a. 4a times 2a. Copy plus sign. And then 20 ab squared divided by 4a. The answer is 5b squared multiplied by 3b. Okay, we don't have enough space, class. I hope you see this one, class. 5b squared multiplied by 3b. Alright, and then simply multiply this one. 4 times 2, that would be 8. 8 times a, that would be a squared. Copy plus sign. 5 times 3, that would be 15. B squared times B, that would be B raised to the power of 3. Once again, class, B squared times B. So copy the base B and then simply add the exponent. Product rule, class. Simply add 2 and 1. 2 plus 1, that would be 3. So we have 15B cubed over 20AB squared. Alright, so can we factor out A and then 15? Nope. Nope, we can never factor out 8 and then 15. The greatest common factor of 8 and 15, that's only 1. And then A and B, different letter. So therefore, we cannot factor this out. So once again, class, never divide this one A and then A squared and then A. You can never divide this one, class, because you have a plus sign. So therefore, class, this will be our final answer, class, with regards to example number 4. Alright, so how about you try this one, class? Example number 5, you try this one. And then you put your answer on the comment section down below. So for example number 5, class, this is actually the same, class, with regards to example number 3. So quite the same with regards to example number 3 for number 5. So you try to answer, class, number 5, and then you put your answer in the comment section down below. Let me check, class, if you really understand our topic. Alright, so let's proceed now to example number 6, our last example, class, example number 6. Alright, so our given, we have 3x over x plus 2x. So we don't have enough space. Plus 2x plus 2 over x plus 1. Alright, now if you have example like this, class, once again, class, if you have example like this, you have x and then you have x plus 1. So therefore, class, your LCD, simply copy the two expression, class. Once again, class, if you have example like this, you have x and then x plus 1. Your LCD, class, simply copy the two expression. There would be x and then x plus 1. Simply copy these two expressions, class. That would be your LCD. So x and then x plus 1. Alright, and then simply divide this one. So x and then x plus 1. Divide x. So we can cancel x. So cancel x. So therefore, this will be x plus 1. Once again, class, x plus 1 and then x divide by x. So x plus 1 and then x divide by x. Simply cancel x and the remaining, there will be x plus 1. So x plus 1 multiplied by 3x. And then copy plus sign. So we don't have enough space, class. So let me just write it here. So once again, our LCD will be x and then x plus 1. Simply copy the two expressions. And then x plus 1 divided by x. The answer is x plus 1. So x plus 1 multiplied by 3x. Copy plus sign. Alright, and then x plus 1 divide. So this one, class, divide this one. Divide x plus 1. So cancel x plus 1. And the remaining, there would be x multiplied by 2x plus 2. Alright, and then simply distribute this one. So distributive property. Multiply this one and then multiply this one. So 3x times x, that would be 3x squared. 3x times 1, that would be positive 3x. X times 2x, that would be positive 2x squared. Once again, plus x times 2x. Understood that there's 1 here. 1 times 2, that would be 2. X times x, that would be x squared. And then this one, x times 2x, that would be positive 2x over x and then x plus 1. Alright, so quite complicated, right? Almost done, class. So let me just erase this one. We don't have enough space, class. Let me just erase this one. Alright, so you pause the video, class. You try to answer, class, number 5. Do not forget, class, to answer number 5. Alright, so next step, class, we can combine like terms. This one. Same letter and then same exponent for the letter. So we can arrange this one for you not to be confused. So arrange. We have 3x squared. We have positive 2x squared. We have positive 3x and then positive 2x. Over, copy, x and then x plus 1. Alright, and then simply add this one. So 3x squared plus 2x squared, there will be 5x squared. 3 plus 2 is 5. Simply copy x squared. Once again, class, addition and subtraction of algebraic expression, simply copy the literal coefficients. So 3 plus 2 is 5, simply copy x squared. Copy x squared plus 3 plus 2, that would be 5, simply copy x over x and then x plus 1. Alright, so almost done, class. Can we factor this out? 5x squared and then 5x. Yup, we can factor this out by 5. The GCF of 5 and 5, that would be 5. So we don't have enough space, so let me just write it here. Alright, so we can factor this out by 5. Now for the letter, class, select the letter with the least exponent. Once again, class, to factor this out, select the letter with the least exponent. So we'll be selecting x, so this will be 5x. Once again, class, for the number, we can divide 5 by 5. So 5 divided by 5 is 1, 5 divided by 5 is 1. So therefore, the GCF of 5 and 5, that would be 5. And then for the letter, select the letter with the least exponent, that would be x. And then simply divide this one, 5x squared divided by 5x, 5x squared, divide 5x. So 5 divided by 5 is 1, x squared divided by x, that would be x. So this will be 1x or x. And then copy plus sign, divide this one, 5x divided by 5x, 5x divided by 5x. 5 divided by 5 is 1. Same letter and then same exponent, simply cancel this out. So that would be 1. Alright, over, copy the denominator x and then x plus 1. Almost done, class. Almost done, class. So once again, class, you can always double check your answer by distributive property. 5x times x, that would be 5x squared. 5x times 1, that would be positive 5x. Yup, you factor it out correctly. Alright, and then, therefore, our final answer, we can cancel this out. Same, x plus 1 and then x plus 1. Simply cancel this out. Alright, so we have 5x over x. Can we divide x? Yup, we can divide x. This is monomial and then this is monomial. We don't have plus and minus sign. So therefore, we can divide x. And our final answer, that would be equal to 5. That's it, class. All set. All set with regards to example number 6. Alright, so quite complicated, class, for addition and subtraction of rational algebra expressions with different denominators. So once again, class, if you have some questions with this one, class, do not hesitate to ask, class. You put your question on the comment section down below. Alright, so once again, class, I hope you learned something new today. If you like this video, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. You share to your friends and to your classmates so that we can help more students. Once again, this is Teacher MJ. Have a great day, class. Goodbye for now. Bye-bye.